Hello there, it's the 16th of October 2021 this morning. This is Acer Palmatum Osakazuki. Now I'm going to put the link to the tree in early spring this year when it was dug out the ground after about 6 years in the ground. It had disease about 3 years ago, possibly a reticulum wilt or Pseudomonas infection, and a 7-foot tree was constantly pruned back through disease branch until it was basically a 3-foot stump. Now the tree was dug up out the ground earlier in spring, root pruned and repotted using fresh compost and chipped bark and some mircorhzial root powder to help the tree recover. Now I really pruned it back in spring, and there was only a few branches off the trunk which weren't very long, and as you can see now the tree's quite filled out and it's also got quite a spread on it now compared to earlier in the spring. It's probably about good 5 foot wide by 3.5 foot, almost 4 foot tall. Probably more about 3.5 foot tall with that trunk. Now because the main trunk was pruned back to prevent the tree from dying when the disease was spreading downwards, this tree is probably just going to spread out in the future. We might get some high growth in the next year or two. There's a couple of leaders up there trying to gain some height, so we'll see. Now last 2 weeks it slowly started to take on more of its red tones. And I imagine by this time next week it will hit its peak colours and it'll be that fluorescent pinky red which is almost unreal. A few of those leaves are just started to brown and die off there. Quite a lot of leaves still green at the back that haven't been getting much light because it's been stuck next to the katsura, because it was getting some leaf issues late spring which was starting to brown. I think it was too much sun, but since it's been put right next to the katsura and been sheltered, it's stopped. That issue has stopped, and it's been doing okay since then. So I'll update this tree in a couple of days. So that's Acer Palmatum Osakazuki.